Going on, guys? Rob from the Razor's Edge here. Today I'm going to be doing a straight razor video, giving myself a little shave. We are using the Cajun Blade Eric's Lavage. Love the smell of this stuff. If I'm being honest, it's such a complex scent that I don't even know how to explain it, but it just has a really nice masculine smell, and I really like it. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to follow that up with some of Joe's Subtle Art Soap Company leather tobacco. I'm going to be using my Boker Damascus with the horn handles. I'm basically showing you guys my blades in succession as I bought them, so you guys can check them out. This is a stainless steel Damascus, which I was nervous whether it was going to be comfortable or not, and I was pleasantly surprised. This is a really nice razor, so definitely digging that. As usual, I'll have my Boker Abalone Edger 4/8, and my cousin let me use his little Barbarossa, so I just made a video where I just did like a quick touch-up hone on this knife. The blade length on this is only 2 inches, so it's not something you come across, in my opinion, every day. So it's a very interesting little knife, and I'm gonna basically give that a shot today. As you can see, I already kind of did a little bit of a prep here. I didn't do any pre-shave or nothing. I used Eric's Lavage as my pre-shave. Basically worked that in pretty good, and I'm just going to go right on the top of it with my warm shaving cream out of my lather bowl that's on my mug warmer. And hopefully the audio is good today. I had these microphones that I had purchased, and if I'm being honest, they were just piss poor quality. So I returned those, got another set, and I just went to go test them, and they do not connect properly with my Apple device, because I have an older Apple, and I'm just not in the mood to change it out yet. So you know, it is what it is. So I ordered another nicer set, and when that gets here, I'll just use those. So for now, I'm just using the phone as is, so hopefully the audio is a-okay. So the first thing I want to do is play around with this Barbarossa. When I looked at this under the microscope, it looked pretty good, but it's a possibility that the bevel on one side is not 100%. So, like I said, I'm just giving it a try today. I know it works just fine for my cousin. It's not 100% the edge that I'm used to, but it's not terrible. The edge on the toe rather on this is not exactly muted, so I'm trying to be careful with this one. just for the hell of it, I am going to do a longer pass with this blade. Yeah, it's not going through my hair quite as easily as the edges I put, but it's definitely not terrible, that's for sure. My cousin used a Laloon as his finisher, and I just did a touch-up with my Thuringian and my Arkansas. But that being said, I ordered one, and when it gets in, I'll put my super sharp edge. My cousin doesn't need a super sharp edge. He seems to be cool with like a 5.6 HHT max. I like a 7 or an 8. I want that thing to be a laser. Alright, so let's check out this Boker. And I gotta say, these Bokers are just super nice. If there was one complaint that I had about them, or have about them, the spacers that Boker uses are a nylon spacer. So the hinge point can get a little loose. Like right now this is tight, but as soon as I get to about here, it just wants to close, which it's not the end of the world, but I like it when it's, when it's a little tighter. One thing I will say about this particular Boker that I have is the edge on this, which I will show you in a second. It's you can see it swoops out. I don't know all the names of all the different tips, but it swoops out, and that little point right there, you definitely got to be careful for it. It'll get you. Man, the notes coming off of this soap are fantastic. Every time I use either Eric or Joe's soap, I can't decide which guy comes up with the better scents, because they both are really, really nice. I'm actually waiting for Eric to put out his new sandalwood scent. I'm excited about that. I probably have about 4 days of growth, and this Boker's pretty much chopping right through it, so that's cool. Looks like getting a little dry here. Probably should have added just a pinch more water, but that's okay. Normally I do this with my edger, but alright. This is a custom Opus brush that I got from Craig over at Opus Custom Brushes. I've mentioned it before, and I really like this brush. It's a silver tip badger. Making a mess. Oh. Got some on me. Had a coffee not too long ago, and I don't recommend that before playing with a straight razor. Just personal. I feel like it's not regular coffee, it's espresso or Nespresso. And the Nespresso makes me a little jittery at times, you know, a little too much caffeine. And I do these videos to critique myself, and I noticed in my last video I wasn't stretching the skin, and on this side with my left hand, which is my off hand, and when I do that or don't do that, I noticed that I meet resistance, and that's never good. You always want to have the smoothest experience with the blade to your skin as possible. No, I'm going to do that differently. So, mentioned in my last shave video, that I work in a boat yard right now, wrapping boats, and the wind has been pretty strong the last couple days. So all we've been able to do is frame them and get them ready for the wrap. So the weather is saying that tonight it's supposed to be pretty calm. When I went outside earlier, it wasn't that calm. So kind of hoping I get some good luck tonight, and we can get these 6 boats wrapped, or at least as many of them as we can, and go from there. Alright, I'm just going to pull out my edger real quick. The last video I didn't really strop this blade. It was a little tuggy. I already know my face is always BBS after those first 2 passes. It's always right here and directly under my neck. I'm gonna do like Jacques from Dapper Shaves and drip some water directly into the brush. You know, I've picked up a lot of good little tips and tricks from all the guys that straight razor shave, and I mean, I could just start mentioning guy after guy, but I mention them in all my videos for the most part. One guy I forgot to mention in any of my videos is Greg Gallant. He puts out a lot of good content, showing you a lot of cool stuff. He's got a lot of razors. He's got a lot of different soaps that he uses. He was playing around with this like late 1800s. You can't even call it a dual edge. It had its own like 5 or 7 day separate blades that load into this really old school single edge razor, and he shaved with it. I guess he had to hone up all the blades, separately. And I really enjoyed that video. I enjoy a lot of his videos. I've learned a lot of little tricks from him as well. But there's a lot of guys out there that, you know, I haven't even seen their videos. You know, I go looking, but not everything always pops up in the feeds, you know. And I don't know what it is about my thick beard and my sensitive skin, but I don't care what razor it is. I feel like I only get a good 5 or 6 clean shaves out of it before I got to do a little touch up just to bring that keenness right back to where I like it. You know, not everyone needs or wants a super keen edge, but for me, I feel like it's detrimental. I had soap all over that side. I'm trying to get used to doing this stroke because I'm used to doing it from the top. But you got to get versatile, you know. You got to get used to everything. You can't just stick to one thing. You know, I feel like you gotta really explore, you know, different options and try different things. You know, it'll only make you better. I mean, I've only been doing this for about 4 months, but I mean, I feel like I've learned a ton. I feel like if it wasn't for half the guys out there, I wouldn't be as far along as I am. So I actually just want to thank the whole straight razor YouTube community as a whole, because you guys have all taught me just a ton. And I keep putting it to practice and trying to get better and improve, you know, as much as possible. Get cleaned up here, make sure I didn't miss anything. All right. I feel like this little ledger has reached the point where I need to do a touch up on it, so I stropped it pretty good. Didn't go too crazy, but, you know, did my normal routine. And it's keen, but it's, you know, it's just like the Barbarossa I was just using. You know, they actually feel very similar right now. But yeah, pretty much that's it. I'm just going to throw some leather tobacco splash into the mix. And actually, I am going to do just a little bit of alum today. Not too bad. Now for the new splash. I've never tried this. It smells great. I do like both scents that Joe came out with. The newer ones. One's leather tobacco, which that's what this is, and it just seems to be going really, really nicely with that lavage. But he also has a caramel tobacco that I got. I don't know if you can see it up there. That's just the splash, but I also got the soap, and they just smell great. You know, like I said, it's like it's a toss-up. I need some more of Eric's soap so that I can you know, battle out each time. You know, to figure out which artisan soap I want to use. You know. I'm sure there's plenty of other soaps out there I need to try. If anyone has any recommendations, please throw it down in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.